Good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Olga Ospina with a look at this massive storm impacting Southern California and really our entire state, but really the bullseye is our region. So here's a look at what is happening outside right now. We are seeing some very heavy rain right now moving mostly through the LA area. I'll get a closer look at what is happening. So here you can see a lot of wet weather, moderate to heavy rain near some coastal areas near Santa Monica as we head into Bel Air and Studio City. As we head a little bit further north into places like the San Gabriel Valleys, La Crescenta, looking at some very heavy rain right along the 210. And here's a look at rain rates. So really very heavy rain, right about 2/3 of an inch an hour of rain. That is very heavy. We're seeing that also through parts of the Antelope Valley and plenty of snow for those higher elevations. That is set to change, though, as we head into later in the week as snow levels start to drop and some of those mountain passes potentially impacted, too. Futurecast showing us we're still seeing some wet weather as we head into this evening. As we head into tonight, we're looking at more of that moderate rain, but still a lot of that heavy rain pushing up from the south. And we're looking at still some impacts as we head into your Tuesday morning commute. The good news is it's not going to be quite as heavy as what we've experienced today, but we'll still be feeling those impacts and then get some pockets of that moderate to heavy rain as we head into later in the morning on Tuesday. A little lighter as we head into Tuesday afternoon, and then becoming a little bit more scattered in nature as we head into Tuesday evening, continuing to lighten as we head into Tuesday night and into Wednesday. So we are under a flash flood watch that is across the state and across all of Southern California. But want to take a closer look at where we're seeing actually some of the more dangerous conditions. We have flash flood warning through later this afternoon, evening hours. That includes parts of eastern Ventura County as well as LA County, including places like Thousand Oaks into the San Fernando Valley, Santa Monica Mountains as well. We have seen 5 to 10 inches of rain for a lot of these areas, continuing to see those downpours and very dangerous conditions. Mudslides, landslides are a possibility with these warnings in place. Flash flood outlook showing us the most dangerous conditions today. That is across LA, Orange County, and the Inland Empire. So really all of us being hit by this. Total rain 4 to 8 inches for coasts and valleys, 8 to 14 inches for some of our mountains and foothills. Very heavy snow up to 5 feet at the highest peak, right around 7,000 feet. And then snow levels do start to drop by Tuesday night, Wednesday, Thursday. And that's when places like the Grapevine could potentially be impacted by some snow. And we could be seeing some closures and some delays. Again, that flood watch across all of Southern California still through Tuesday. So want to show you, just to give you some perspective, right now, the last couple of days have been the third rainiest for downtown Los Angeles at nearly 7 inches of rain. We are still expecting at least another 2 inches for downtown. So very likely this is going to take it because we are expecting to be the rainiest with this storm for downtown Los Angeles. Let's take a look at the winter storm warning. We have a lot of snow, about 2 to 4 feet on average above 7,000 feet. Some isolated amounts up to 5 feet of snow, making travel very difficult across all of our mountain regions. So do not think of getting on the roads to head up to the mountains because conditions with the winds and with all of that snow making it almost impossible to travel through. Right now, as we take a look at our winds futurecast, we've seen an improvement with the winds from what we were seeing these last few days. We'll see some calmer conditions on Tuesday as well, but then by Wednesday, we'll see some winds picking up for those higher elevations, some of our deserts and mountains. However, it is an improvement from what we saw over the weekend. Rain chances, here's more good news. We start to see drier conditions as we head into Wednesday and the end of the week. We'll still see a few scattered showers as we head into late in the work week, but by the weekend, we are drying out. Those cool temperatures still sticking with us, upper 50s and 60s, getting a little closer to average as we head into Sunday and early next week. But the next few days, still wet, still the winds and still the snow as well. We'll continue tracking this atmospheric river for you coming up on KCAL News.
Rain has just been falling since yesterday, causing mudslides, flooding, and forcing evacuations. Let's get to the Inland Empire. Crews have been busy all morning there, rescuing people trapped in rushing waters. KCAL News reporter Cara Finstrom continues our Storm Watch team coverage.
This is a scene that we have been seeing here throughout San Bernardino County, these roads that have been flooded and in this case that are closed. Take a look at Cypress here. This is butting up to the 10 freeway and it is a lake. So much rain has been coming down here in Colton that there have also been big issues along the Santa Ana River banks. I want to show you what we saw earlier this morning. We arrived as a helicopter pulled someone out of the rushing waters. Fire department personnel tells us their swiftwater rescue team has been going nonstop with numerous people in need of help. They believe most of those reached by raft or helicopter were experiencing homelessness and living along the banks. Fortunately, at this point, they say it appears everyone rescued is going to be okay. Let's go to video now from neighboring Rialto, where some major thoroughfares have flooded. This is Cedar at Baseline, an intersection that remains open, but all westbound lanes of Baseline leading up to this corner are closed. Also shut down the westbound lanes of Foothill, which runs parallel some busy areas. Unfortunately, some cars ignored those closure signs this morning. They stalled. Tow trucks had to be brought in. We spoke with one driver who said he had trouble just navigating the still open intersection.
River after little mini river, you know what I mean? Luckily, I drive a truck that I do. If not, I'd probably be halfway under it right now, to be honest with you. Because it gets really bad right here, as you can see, almost like a mini lake right here. So as you can see, all the people driving through here. It actually gets my brakes real stuck too.
And in nearby Devore, a dramatic rescue. Early this morning, swiftwater teams rescued a family there. They say a father, mother, daughter all had to climb up a tree to escape rising waters that swamped their vehicle. All were taken to be evaluated for hypothermia. Crews which rushed out to help say the depth of that swiftly rushing water made the rescue difficult, but that family is now okay. And San Bernardino County has declared a state of emergency with extreme rain and snow that they say are expected between now and Wednesday. Cara Finstrom, KCAL News.
Evacuation warnings and orders continue to remain in effect across parts of SoCal. Our assignment manager Mark Liu is at the desk where he's been monitoring them all. Mark.
Yeah, Amy, so I've been tracking these evacuation warnings all day across Southern California. And the good news is they are generally easing up on the western end of our region and increasing slightly on the east. That would track with what Paul Deanna was just talking about, the direction of the storm. First, I want to start with LA County, where an evacuation order has been in effect all day here in Topanga Canyon. This is on the east side of Topanga Canyon. The road itself is closed, and the east side of it is near the Owens Fire burn area. The Santa Maria Road area here has been under a mandatory evacuation all day and will likely be into the night. Below it is an evacuation warning area. We have not seen that transition to an evacuation order yet, but it possibly could. The other area that I want to talk about is up here in Agua Dulce. This is along the Santa Clara River, right where Soledad Canyon and Agua Dulce Canyon meet. The western end is under an evacuation order. The rest of the Santa Clara River area here is under an evacuation warning. Now, up here in the Lake Hughes area, we have a few small areas. There was a burn scar up here. That's an evacuation warning. And then here in the Juniper Hills, Valermo, and Paradise Springs area, we also have evacuation warnings here. Those have remained stable for most of the morning. Now, the city of LA, one major one right here at the end of Latuna Canyon. This one also includes Vinedale Elementary School. You can see it right here in the middle of your screen. That school has been closed all day because it sits in the middle of this evacuation zone. Now, I want to go out to Ventura, where things actually were looking better. These two areas here, this one used to be red. It was an evacuation order. Now it's only an evacuation warning, which is good. This one down here, that was an evacuation warning. Now it's been lifted. Residents are able to return to their homes there. So that's good news. Now, Orange County, we have seen here all along these canyons, every single one of them are in an evacuation warning area. Silverado Canyon, Williams Canyon, Majeska Canyon, Trabuco Canyon, and Holy Jim Canyon, all of them concerned for Orange County government officials because in a lot of places there's only one way in and one way out of these canyons, so they want people to be ready to leave if the storm gets bad there. And then here in San Bernardino, this is the first place that I have seen an increasing of evacuation warnings. Seven Oaks, this big one just popped up a little while ago. These two here in Angeles Oaks and Forest Falls have been there all day, but this one is new right here in Seven Oaks. This is an evacuation warning for the mountains of San Bernardino. And again, this tracks because the storm is heading in that direction. I'm going to keep monitoring all of these and let you know if anything changes from a warning to an order, which would be an order for residents to get out immediately. That is the very latest here from the desk. I'll send it back to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Mark. Well, all day long, we will be tracking the storm and have live coverage of its impact on our communities. Remember, you can always find up-to-the-minute information on KCALnews.com.